What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of The Shy. This is season 4, episode 5, The Spook Who Sat by the Door. Baby, let's just get into this episode. So the episode starts off with, it's this gala that's happening. Remember when Dude I had Tracy up there in his little penthouse suite, giving her all these dresses and stuff like that, wanting her to speak at this little function that he's having. This is what it is, okay? So they're getting prepared for it. He's coming through. We see Marcus. Gemma's daddy. I think his name is Marcus, right? Whatever. He down there trying to give them a history lesson, all the black folks that's working there, about who was there, and this is the first time something like this happened, and in a long, long time, and black folks was actually invited to it, and let me tell you something. When dude shot it out, South Side, and then old girl said West Side, bitch. Everywhere we go, it don't matter what fucking event it is. Somebody gonna do that shit, okay? We live and die by that shit, bitch. And the fact that I'm no longer about to be Southside, no. I don't know how I feel. Because I've been born and raised on the South Side, so it's like it's gonna be a shock to my system, but okay. Anyway, moving on from that, Duda come up in there because Marcus wanted Tracy to go over some shit again, and Duda was like, "No, she got it." So they get up there, they talking or whatever, and then she was like, "Thank you for letting me and Trig do this whole community outreach thing, whatever that they're doing, this community policing shit." And it was like, "Did you hear about the girl from the trap house that got killed?" He was like, "No, I ain't hear about it." She was like, "Listen, bitch, but I know that you know somebody that did it. I know you got connections or whatever." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "I never said that I was a good guy, or my past was squeaky clean before I came up in here, whatever." And Tracy just felt some type of way about it, and she was like, "Well, nigga, what you gonna do about it, okay?" He was like, basically, you can roll with the program or you could get the fuck out. The way he said that shit to Tracy, I was like, I don't know how this go. I don't know how this go end, but something telling me that it's not gonna end right for them too. Okay. Meanwhile, we get to Kevin and goddamn Gemma. Listen, Kevin, Gemma, and Jake. This little fucking who would have thought that the triangle of all triangles that was gonna happen this season would be between some goddamn kids. Okay, and I mean some grown ass acting kids. Gemma and Kevin is texting on the phone, about his tux, and she's giving like vague answers or one word answers or very nonchalant answers. "Oh, I don't need to see your text. That's good. Your text is good or whatever. Nah, I'm cool. My daddy always tripping and all that stuff, whatever." Kevin is picking up on the tone. When you in a relationship and you and your boo on good terms and y'all be texting back and forth, you know the terms by now, okay? You know how the tone is in the text or whatever. You know when they mad. You know when they okay. You know when something's wrong. Kevin got that feeling that something's wrong, so he get on the phone and he called Gemma trying to ask her what's up. Try to be sweet talk or whatever. Ask her, what she doing, where she at. She lying about where she at, talking about some she at home. "You want me to come over there to keep you company?" "Nah, I ain't ready for I don't want to worry about my daddy. He's still here and all this shit, and running to my door every 5 minutes or whatever. But I see you tomorrow." And he was like, "Okay, love you." And then she was like, "I love you too." It was a pause. Kevin picked up on that. I was like, "Oh, you picking up on cues. Okay." Next thing you know, because it looked like she was out in the alley and something like that. And I said, "Bitch, it look like you over here on the south side or some shit, bitch. You look like you, don't you stay up north or something like that? Bitch, where you at? Okay? Where are you at?" Girl, I'm sitting here like, don't let Jake pop out. Jake popped out. I said, "Oh my goodness." These little motherfuckers. He was like, "You ready? Let's go." And he was like giving her ultimatum. "We need to tell Kevin what's going on. Matter of fact, you need to tell him. You need to tell your nigga that you won't be with somebody else." And to be quite honest, that's my dude. He get on my nerves sometimes, but that's still my bro, whatever. So, if you don't tell him, I'ma tell him. I said, what the fuck is happening with these kids today? Y'all kids be having parents. Parents, y'all kids be having these grown up problems. Bitch, we ain't had these problems up in school. Okay, bitch, this ain't what we was worried about. Meanwhile, Dre and Jada meeting up. Okay, she basically just want Dre to she meet up at Emmy's place. She just want restaurant, I should say. She just wants Dre to be the executor of her will. Make sure that her will is followed to the T. Okay, and I just hate when I hear the word will because it automatically puts a negative thought in my mind, like, oh, something's gonna happen. And then we think this, but it's a precaution. I feel like everybody should have a will at a certain point. But after looking at polls and then the shit that happened with Pray Tell, but it was a good thing that he had a will, and it's a good thing that she has a will now because she don't know what the day may bring, if it may come again. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, Dre just want her to go ahead and tell Nina what's going on because Nina is getting suspicious. It's affecting her relationship. You know what I'm saying? Emmy want to have her over for dinner and all that stuff. Nina at the house actually trying to get ready and prepare for the baby, the birth of Keisha's baby, because Dre is one of those ones, which is true, that was like, if we have our baby at the hospital, ain't no telling what could happen. Nina was like, come on, you and your hotep shit. The fact that we are using the word hotep in the main TV series, wow, Black Twitter, okay? But yeah, but on the one hand, Dre is correct, and I feel like it can go hand in hand, but a lot of black women, there's been stories, a lot of black women, and they go get birth and, complications and stuff, like black people in general when it comes to the medical system. It's just, so we're cautious, and that's what they're doing. At one point, I forgot what she said she was getting or whatever, and she was like, why don't you go up there on the north side? She was like, I don't want to be, up there with them white folks on the north side. They smell like incense and shit. Stale incense and shit. I said, girl, Nina is funny. It was sad to see, Keisha. She was up there, looking at her baby book. And, Nina came down there and it was like, I don't know what Keisha's going to do at this point because Keisha is just looking as if she's going to change her mind yet again. Okay. And she might end up keeping the baby. I wouldn't be surprised because she's going through the motions. Okay. Because she's looking at the baby pictures and she's just like, I'm never going to have this. And then it was like, not this time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going to happen with Keisha. Meanwhile, Shad is up here. We see Jason Weaver's character again. Shad, he's getting ready for a job interview, putting on a nice dress shirt, trying to put on a tie. Imani is trying to help him and tell him you need to put this tie on or whatever. So she gives him the tie. He was about to take it. No, he said he don't know how to tie no tie. She was like, sure, okay, let me do it. And right when Imani was about to go in to put the tie around him, don't touch me. I said, oh no, this is not what we gonna do, ma'am. Okay, Imani, please get the fuck up out of there. Please get the fuck up out of there, go in the room and lock the door, bitch. Okay, because the way that he was looking, the way that he took that shirt off, the way that he was looking at himself in that mirror, I said, bitch, what are you thinking? Imani had to tell Trig, I need that nigga up out of here right now because that bitch clocked my tea. Okay, he clocked my tea, and I really got scared for. I said, get him out now. So, Emmett goes over to Jada's house, and Suede is over there cooking pancakes, and this nigga said, I'm not about to be eating no pancakes from no man, fixed by no man. I said, bitch. Now, he just in his feelings because he still can't get over the fact that Jada is with somebody that he knew, he grew up with, he went to school with, who is 2 years older than him, okay? So that's why he's acting the ass like that. Because either other time, I would have been like, nigga, I wouldn't be going to no restaurant owned by no man. Okay, shut up. But Suede is there just, taking care of taking care of Jada. Emmett, trying to have a conversation with her. And I really felt bad for Emmett in this moment. I felt bad for Emmett and Jada. And it's sad that, Emmett is young, but he's finally trying to get his life together. And as soon as he's trying to get his life together, he keeps getting thrown curveballs, okay? One thing, he brought it upon himself, and that's with the Dom situation and Tiffany finding out you couldn't, keep that away from her much longer. But then it's this situation that's totally out of his control and Jada's control, his mother being sick. And so, he kind of breaks down a little bit and was like, I just can't lose you, you know? And she was like, you know, I'm gonna be okay. They caught it early. It's okay. He was like, I still gotta breathe. He's first of all, he said, fuck them doctors, and what we need is prayer. Black folks love them some prayer. I'm not even gonna lie, cause bitch, we will pray in a second. Leave it to Jesus, leave it to God, leave it to Jehovah, okay? We will pray in a second, you know. And Jada was like, what you know about prayer? I didn't even know that you pray. He was like, yeah, I pray. I pray every time me and Jada, every time me and Tiff had sex, to pray that she don't get pregnant. I said, nigga, you know, he bringing humor into the situation, probably not even realize that's what he doing. But, you know, black people, we got to find some way to laugh our pain away. Okay, sometimes we deal with painful stuff with laughter and, you know, shit like that. That's just what we do. But at the same time, you know, he was like, I still got to buy you this house. And, you know, she said, I don't need no big house or whatever. It's just me. And he was like, I got to make you proud. And she said, I'm very proud of you. And, you know, that's all that we be wanting to hear from our parents sometimes, especially when we know that we fucked up early on. We want them to be proud and see that we're making a difference and stuff like that. And that, you know, the things that they taught us haven't gone in vain. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't gone in one ear and out the other. And Emmy is coming to realize this, you know. Um, Speaking of her and Suede, Suede was sitting there while she was literally throwing up her guts, okay? And I told y'all plenty of times, I've been in that situation with somebody that's gone through chemo and how sick it makes them. And you literally do be sitting there just like Suede was. But at first, I was sitting there like, Mr. Suede, because he was looking like he was having second thoughts. I said, oh, is it getting a little bit too much for you? What are you about to do? You about to break up and leave? No, no. Suede said he loved Jada and that he gonna be with her. I said, oh, so you really turning out to be a good man. Okay, little boy. You know what I'm saying? Girl, Suede got some of that mature woman coach, okay? And fell in love with it, bitch. All right? Ooh, I love it. But anyway, moving on from that, let's go to a shot, okay? He go to the plane or whatever. He's supposed to be doing this job interview, right? And so at this point, you know, he's a little nervous. I wanted to ask who tied his tie. Since you didn't let Imani do it, okay, probably was Trig, because Trig was the one that dropped him off. So I'm just gonna assume that's what happened. And my whole thing is, you have a problem with Imani being trans woman, but you don't have a problem with the fact that Trig is in a sexual relationship with her, or is that gonna come up later? Y'all know I watch a little bit, do a review, watch a little bit, get my thoughts or whatever. But you know, sometimes it's a little fickle. But anyway, protect trans women. Especially our black trans women. That's what we need to do. But anyway, so that happened. And he goes up there to the job. He winds up knowing the guy, or the guy winds up knowing somewhat about his family, because they used to kick it back in the day, you know, who was interviewing him. And he was just telling him that he need a job, because I understand that you see that my last employment was 2002 at Radio Shack. I said, Radio Shack? Bitch, Radio Shack went out of business like in probably when I was a sophomore in college, and that was around what, 2006, 2007 or something like that, or maybe a couple of years out, because it used to be a Radio Shack down by my job where I used to work at, the location I used to work at, right across the street from my school. But anyway, I said Radio Shack. Damn. But he was like, but the reason why it's a gap is because I was in jail. Hold on, don't get me wrong. I did some things. I'm trying to change my life, and I really mean it, and I need it. And if I don't know, something about the way Rashad was just going on and being passionate about it, I would have softened my heart and been like, okay, I can give you a chance, because he really did look like he wanted to change himself. You know what I'm saying? And looks can be deceiving. I could probably be naive by taking that up front, but what he was given was, I'm not the one that's going to actually hire you. I got to take it to my boss, and I'm going to make sure he see the resume, which means we ain't finna hire you. And after the way that he stormed out and got pissed off, he not about to get hired. Moving on from that, him and Trig about to go have some drinks so Trig can have a conversation with him, mostly about Imani, probably. Speaking of, you know, Keisha, baby. Keisha I feel so bad for Keisha right now. Keisha better than me. Let me tell you something. This is why I cannot be pregnant, all right? If I ever had kids, my spouse or my partner will be having the baby, will be carrying that little thing, because Ashley don't deal with pain like that. Mama is out here, talking to the new boy or whatever, and telling him what to do and all this stuff. He flirting with her, and she like, oh, okay. They going to back outside talking. Why you work here? Man, because I need the job. You know what I'm saying? I had a sports scholarship, blew out my knee or whatever. And so, I got bills to pay. She was like, you know what? I had the same thing, a scholarship and all that shit, but then stuff happened. He was like, I know. She was like, what? He was like, I mean, it was all over the news, but I'm so glad that you okay. She was like, oh, okay. She smiled a little bit. And then they was about to leave, and she had a little, cramping situation. And old boy was like, you okay? She was like, it's just Braxton Hicks. It's just Braxton Hicks. She up at the front on the goddamn cashier desk. Bitch, mama is up there in full-blown labor. She's having fucking contractions. Fuck them Braxton Hicks. She's having goddamn contractions. And I was sitting here like, you better than me, girl. Because as soon as I would have woke up and I would have felt something, listen, I'm not coming into work. Ain't no working through it. Okay, listen, I am that time. I'm finna let me have my pain at home in the comfortability of my home. Okay, let me embarrass myself at home. Bitch, let me tell y'all what happened. When I was at work Friday, I experienced a bitch ass case of fucking vertigo. I have never had it like that. I was literally sitting down, and I had turned around and I looked up, and I just felt it. All of a sudden, it felt like I was lifting up, and everything just started spinning, and it scared me so bad. Mind you, I'm on the desk in the public. I said, oh my God, I had to breathe. I was about to scream out, but I held it back in. I held that shit in. It scared the life out of me, because I do have vertigo. But I ain't never had it like that, bitch. I ain't never experienced it like that. I don't wish that on anybody. It is the most frightening feeling to me, okay? Like, you literally feel like you're being lifted up and you're being spun around, and you just can't stop it. It has to stop on its own. Girl, somebody said you gotta stick your finger in your ear, but whew, girl, it was scary. But anyway, moving on from that, Jake and Kevin and them, they getting ready to go to this little gala, right? They about to be the young ambassadors that's, I guess, gonna be there to be up there to talk, and it's a group of them. Gemma is a part of that group. At this particular point, after Duda comes over there and start talking to them and letting them know what they supposed to be doing, if everything okay. After he get through talking, Dude, I got a corny voice, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that preppy. He can switch into proper and improper, and you know what I'm saying? I love it, But he was just so corny. Don't eat the refreshments. No, just playing. Eat all the refreshments. I was like, dude, don't do that. Okay. And next thing you know, Kevin right here, Gemma right here, Jake right here. Well, actually, Jake was right there. Gemma was right there. Jake walk off, and Gemma walks off with him. Or vice versa. Either way, they left Kevin standing there looking like, what the fuck? And I'm sitting here like, damn, is it really like that? Oh my God, these kids. So, while Kevin see all this going on, like, Kevin, I feel so bad because, bitch, I want to beat these little kids' asses. Is this the effect that they supposed to have on us? Is this what the reaction they want from us? Because technically speaking, these are young kids, but bitch, they acting like goddamn grown-ass adults, and adults get their ass beat the fuck up, okay? Because, baby, Kevin better than me at this point. He go over there talking to Gemma, seeing what's good or whatever. She was like, I know this ain't your thing and all that stuff. He was like, I mean, yeah, but it is what it is. Okay, fine. The gala starts going down, and Keisha at the crib giving, having contractions, and they setting up the at-home birth shit, the water birth, and you got Dre on the phone trying to call the midwife. Okay, she get herself over there. They trying to set the shit up. Bitch, Tabitha over there, talking all about, okay, first before we get started, whatever, we got to do our birthing intentions that we had set together, me and Keisha. We want to do this. We want to make sure everything is natural. natural. I said I would have been Nina like, shut the fuck up. Okay. Nina wanted to say it so damn bad, but see, Nina has a little bit more class than I do. I would have been like, bitch, shut the fuck up, Tabitha. Okay. Girl, do you hear this girl? She's in pain. Fuck them intentions, bitch. Okay. Nina want to go to the hospital because just like any other mother, she don't want to see her daughter in the pain that she's going through, and she is about to sit here and go through this natural birth. Okay. At this point, the midwife do come, and it was another lady that was there. I didn't know who she was, but it was another woman there, but she was helping out. And they just about to get, and Jada was there as well. And at one point Dre and Jada had hugged. Nina looked at that shit like, bitch, what? Okay, mind you, remember at the end of the episode last week with Dre and Nina, Dre got a text from Jada that said, thanks for keeping our secrets. Okay, boy, I said, girl, what's going on? Nina, calm down. It ain't what you think. You can't beat that sick lady ass. Okay, you jumping the gun, baby girl. Calm down. Meanwhile, back at the gala, okay, it's a fundraising thing or whatever, trying to sway people to put a bid in to get the Olympics there. That's what it comes out to. We find this out when Tracy gets up there to do her speech, and she talks about, the reason why she started her rock organization or whatever for people who lost kids, talking about her son being killed by the cops and stuff like that. And, why we don't need that, we shouldn't have so many cops around just judging us and stuff like that, and we need the Olympics here and all this stuff. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, dude, I get up there, he give his little speech about the whole thing too. Fine, fuck that. But before that, it was a singer up there singing. You know what I'm saying? She's singing, everybody dancing or whatever, and Duda and Rose was standing there dancing. Rose said, "I want a job on your administration." He said, "Bitch, please." I said, "That's not nice, Duda." Bitch, please. It was just the way he said it so smoothly. I was like, "Ooh." They didn't get a time I would have been offended. But it's you, so no, don't say that. But anyway, she was like, either you gonna get me a fucking job on your goddamn administration, nigga, or you gonna I'm gonna serve you with some divorce papers. And you honestly don't need that shit right about now, do you? He said, "Bitch, is that a threat?" She was like, "Take that shit how you want to take it, bitch, but you gonna give me a job on your administration." I said, "Oh Lord." Meanwhile, Jake and Gemma, like Gemma really, and it's not even Jake, it's really Gemma that is really just, she's not really hiding the fact that she got a thing for Jake. And Kevin is picking up on it. Like when they're sitting at the table, she's all up in Jake's face, okay? If he's doing something, she's all up in his face, all right? And they try to talk or whatever. She's laughing all up in his face and everything. Jake is playing it cool. Gemma don't know how to fucking do that. I said, "Bitch, what is your problem, little girl?" Okay? At this point, while all this shit going on, we got Trig and Rashad up there at this bar and all this stuff. And of course they bring up the fact that Shad claims that he went to jail for Trig, and Trig was like, "Nigga, you went to jail for yourself. You took the fall for yourself because I was just a lookout," and all that shit or whatever. And at this point he was like, "Look, nigga, you got to get out, okay? You got to get out." Imani is not really here for you being there. "Oh, you gonna take that thing over me? That ain't no woman. That's a nigga." You know what I'm saying? I said just being real disrespectful, whatever. And it was like, "You gonna pick that bitch over me?" "Yeah, I'm gonna pick her over you. Okay? She my woman." "Nigga, is you gay?" I said, "Oh, no, he's not, okay? Because that's a woman." You know what I'm saying? Don't get in my comments being ignorant. Get in my comments being ignorant, okay? But at the same time, I was like, "Oh, Rashad, calm down, okay? Because this ain't what you want." Because I really thought Trig was about to whoop his ass, okay? Jason Weaver is old. Girl, I'm looking at them whiskers and the grays in his whiskers and everything. I said, "Oh, my God." At this point, because, Trig told him Imani is the lady of the house, and when Rashad was disrespecting Imani and shit, he said, "Bitch, you got to the end of the week to get the fuck out." I said, "Ooh, all right, Luke James." Can you stand the rain? I gotta go back and look at New Edition now and look at that whole part right there. Just because of that, I said, "Oh, you stood up." Okay. Meanwhile, back at the goddamn gala, okay, when Tracy was up there talking, Jake got up. And then Gemma gets up. Gemma goes follow Jake. She was like, Jake, what are you doing? I'm about to get up out of here. Meanwhile, Imani is at the gala with Jake. She came there with him, okay, to be his little chaperone. He only got me here because I got shot. I ain't trying to be no little charity case or whatever. I ain't trying to be here for these people and all that stuff. But, you know, be here with me, and I understand that, and that's not why I want you here and all this stuff. You need to tell Kevin what's up. I know, but I can't and all this stuff or whatever. Jake. And I was like, girl, leave him alone because y'all doing a little bit too much. Meanwhile, Kevin come back and he see that they gone. He looking around. He go up to the balcony trying to look around and see. Bitch, he go to where they at. The door was locked. And he was like, oh, okay, so they can't be up in here because that door locked. He go down a little bit further, like literally a couple of feet, 1, 2, you know what I'm saying, turn the corner, and Daddy just stood there like this. And I felt so bad for him because, bitch, I felt that pain. I felt that pain. It ain't nothing about, I ain't never caught a bitch cheating, but I knew they was cheating, okay? You just know something was going on, and then when you finally confirm that shit, it hits you like a fucking ton of bricks, and he is young, and this is his first fucking love at this point, okay? And, bitch, to be his friend that is doing it. And he just stood there for a few seconds and seeing them doing this. And it wasn't until he backed down and they heard his footprints, his footsteps, that Jake looked up. And then Gemma turned around and was like, Kevin, she's about to go after him. Jake was like, nah. And held her arm. And she ain't say, no, I gotta go after him. She just stood there with Jake. We see Kevin having a goddamn panic attack in the fucking hallway, and he finna break down. I feel so, Kevin has just been going through so much. Where is his mentor? He needs somebody to talk to, and he doesn't have nobody, and I'm so nervous about what's gonna happen to him. Bitch, when that happened, bitch, we see Jake and fucking Gemma walking down the hall, and then they holding fucking hands. I said, so this is your coming out. Imagine Jake got upset at the fact that Gemma wasn't telling nobody about him. Oh, you can't tell nobody about me, okay? You can't bring your tell your daddy about me, cause I don't fit or whatever, cause Kevin is the one that your daddy like or whatever. It was like, but Kevin pursued me first. You didn't do it. He approached me. I said, so that's why you with him? Because he spoke to you first and you secretly really wanted Jake in the first place? You's a dirty bitch, Gemma. And Jake, you ain't shit either. You is dirtier because you're his best friend. You're one of his best friends that's been his friend since grammar fucking school. And y'all was fucking kids. Y'all went through the trenches, bitch. And you fucking around with his girl. You ain't had sex with the girl. But I'm just saying, y'all walking in the hallways like, fuck that nigga. Laughing and smiling like you just didn't hurt somebody. Girl, it's a special place in hell for these little kids. I am so sorry. Like, that shit made me mad. We already know what's gonna happen now. Girl, these goddamn kids. Oh. So, you know, Tracy was over there getting her a drink, and then Imani comes over there to get her a drink, and she was like, you know, good speech or whatever, but I ain't hear nothing about the women up in the trap house. And she was like, you know what, I know. It's just that I didn't get to it because they gave me a time limit. And she was like, That's when Jake was like, can we go? And she was like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. It was just the way that she said it. Tracy felt it, okay? Because Tracy wasn't finna talk about no women up in the trap house or whatever. That wasn't never her intention, okay? So, Imani wasn't here for the bullshit. Then here come Duda telling Tracy, oh, you did such a good job, but let me let you know that I'm about to be up on the road. And she was like, I'll meet you there. Let me go shake a few hands, okay? Now, first of all, when Duda was about to give his speech, he was in the back and he ran into Tracy, you know, saying, oh, you did such a good job. They had kissed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Gemma Daddy saw him, okay? Gemma Daddy sees him once again and says, you need to slow the fuck down and be careful, okay? He said, nigga, who the fuck is you to tell me what to do, okay? He said, you the mayor, all right? People gonna be looking at this stuff. You can't just be doing nothing, all this stuff. And he was like, I don't owe you nothing. And he said, I helped. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be mayor, okay? And then Duda, he's just so cocky with it. And I understand it, but at the same time, I just want him to stop because he is making enemies left and fucking right, okay? That man, he told that man to his face, I don't owe you shit, okay? And I was just like, oh, so they kind of made it seem like his list of enemies are building up, and it's gonna be a whodunit. You know, remember the show Dallas for y'all old folks? Okay, y'all people I always reference it. Who shot Jr. Whatever. Never seen the shit. It was before my time, but that's what I feel like is about to be a whodunit type of situation if they don't figure it out next week. I hope they don't. You know, drag it out because I believe he saw his shooter. You know what I'm saying? Because dude, I do go up to the roof. All right. And this is how the episode ends. The episode ends with, you know, he turns around, he's smiling at whoever it is. So it's almost as if he knows who it is. And I like, was it just one person? Because it looked like he was looking in this direction and then he smiled and then he looked in this direction and his face changed when the gun came up, and it was a person that had on like at least a black leather jacket with some black gloves. Or was it just, you know, him just, you know, looking at both? It was just one person. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I had to look back. It did look like he was looking at different dimensions. Maybe I'm looking at it a little bit too deeply, but either fucking way, he saw who the fuck did it. Unless they had their face covered, he saw that gun. They shot him in the torso, in the stomach. Bitch, he was still alive the last time we saw him because he did move. I said, oh, hold on, baby, hold on. I ain't see what's going to happen on the preview yet. So, hold on, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got this. You can't let me go like that, bitch. Okay, get your ass up. Stop playing. You know, we better put a little pressure on it. Put a little pressure on it, okay? We don't want you to bleed out. Meanwhile, Kevin went home. Oh my Kevin went home and he was just, oh my God, he's just so in his feelings, bitch. He got up in that Uber, let that window down, and, you know, he already had tears in his eyes. I feel so bad. I just want to give him a hug. And that's how these little niggas be like, bitches ain't shit. And I hate that sentiment, but goddamn, you know, that's exactly what happened right now. All it takes is just one, okay? Then we got Emmett, he at the house, and Darnell comes over there, and he was just talking to him like, well, your mom at? He was like, I want to go see mom, whatever. She asked about me and all this shit, you know, and at this point, Darnell is just being himself. He doesn't know that Jada is sick, and Emmett is just not here for it. And, you know, he's taking his frustration out on him, telling him to get out. Oh, you ain't never there. You was never there for, and all this shit. Now you want to be there for, whatever. So he snaps on Darnell. But thankfully, Emmett and Darnell have come to a certain place where, because Darnell wasn't a part of Emmett's life, you know, right away. They are now in a place where Darnell just didn't say, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna leave. He followed him. He did not leave. He did not give up on Emmett. Emmett locked himself in the bathroom, turned the water on, and just started crying. Okay, but then he came out and you know, told Darnell that, you know, Jada was sick. Let me tell you something. That I cried. I ain't gonna lie. I was, bitch. It hit me. It hit me because, you know, it was sad. It was sad. I cried. It brought tears to my eyes. And then to see these grown men embracing, and it just it struck me the way that when Emmett so readily went in to hug him and to cry on him, and Darnell didn't know whether or not to actually fully embrace him. Like, it took forever for him to go ahead and clap that last hand on his back. And I was like, just hold his ass, okay? Like, he didn't know what to do. Like, this is unfamiliar territory with him and Emmett. So, you know, at least he had somebody there. Meanwhile, Keisha had her baby. And, you know, when they took the baby and gave it to Tabitha, she was looking like, I said, girl, you about to change your mind? What's going to happen? Okay? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They let that baby lay on her for like 3 seconds, and then they picked the baby up and gave it to Tabitha. I said, wait a minute. We ain't trying to get her attached because you are not the mother now. She is the mother, you know? And then when dude I get shot, bitch. Girl, that was the shot. This was a cute little episode, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Full of drama. These kids wreck my goddamn nerves. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I'll see y'all later for Married to Medicine. Peace.